Leo, if you're listening, DM me back.
I did really feel like there was a period of time like Kourtney Kardashian was having a really hard time.
All of a sudden, Snooki DM'd me. I was like, oh, hey, Snooki. Hi, I'm Brie.
And I'm Nikki.
And we're the Bella twins. And we're going down in our DMs.
So I have a really embarrassing person that I slid into their DMs. I can't even believe I'm going to say this story. So I did really feel like there was a period of time that Kourtney Kardashian was having a really hard time. You know, when everyone's against Kourtney?
It's hard to come to work when you feel this intense attitude and being ganged up on every day.
And I don't even watch their show, but there's a few things I saw. I'm like, I think she might be really affected. I DM'd her like, hey, I think you might be having a really tough time. And I want you to know, like, I feel you. I just sent words of encouragement. I mean, if she did see it, she probably was like, who the F is this girl? Yeah, that's my one embarrassing DM that I slid into.
I slid into a celebrity's DMs. It has not been seen because I'll go back and look and be like, are you serious? Our close friends, Carlo Mondavi and his fiance, Gio, they started this electric tractor company. And what they want to do for the environment is just incredible. So I DM Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, Leo, this would be huge for not only the environment, but especially farming. When you look at like what's really going on with the environment, farming is right at the top, you know, like it's like fashion, cosmetics, and then farming. But I thought, you know, that would have really got him. And it didn't. So Leo, if you're listening, DM me back.
There was one I saw and I was like, oh, wow. Because it was after the Friends reunion. So I was like looking at everyone's IGs like, oh, what are they up to now? Chandler was following me.
Chandler's funny, he's sophisticated, and he's very lovable once you get to know him.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry thing. I was about to write Chandler Bing.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, he likes, no, I'm just kidding.
Actually, someone I was shocked by is like all of a sudden Snooki DM'd me. I was like, oh, hey, Snooki. And I didn't realize she was a big wrestling fan and her kids. So she like was asking me about if I'd be at a show. And then we kind of became friends over Instagram. So now we like talk and like she like just DM'd me the other week. Hey, can I send you my wine? And now when we see each other at events, it's like we feel like we know each other. Like we'll like be like, oh my gosh, so good to see you. But that started through DMs.
Probably the number one DM Brie and I both get on every platform, whether it's Bonita Bonita, the Bella's podcast, or individuals. I'm sure even WWE is our Brie and I making a comeback to the ring.
Right.
It is the number one question that we get, whether it's DMs or just asked. And, you know, we always say the same thing, you know, medically, like as of now, I can't. And I'm hoping maybe one day I can, because I just want to do one more little comeback and have my son sit ringside. Because not only just as a woman to like be in that kind of environment and have my son watch me. I feel like it's always the other way around. They're looking up to their dads in these athletic environments and looking like a superhero. I would love to be that for my son. And I miss the Bella Army. I miss the crowd. I miss being booed. I miss being cheered. I miss all of it. Like we were just at Survivor Series in Brooklyn and I was like, oh my God, I'd do anything to go run out there in front of the crowd. Just be like, we're here.
When it comes to the Bella's podcast, it's interesting because, and this is why I love podcasting. I like when we have guests on that kind of flip the script of who they are or what people think.
Gosh, Brie, who's been your favorite guest on the Bella's podcast so far? We've had a lot of good ones.
You know, I have to say, we just had Tyler Cameron on, and I've become close with Tyler Cameron. I mean, that's someone I'll DM with because he and I did the Fox show together. Now it's like we became like really close friends, but we just had him on, and I really enjoyed having him because he's one of those guys, and I told him this, that you're like, oh, he's from The Bachelor, like he's a good looking guy, like he's probably like, you know, a bro.
They definitely made me sound cooler than what I was.
And he's way different. He's so simple, he's humble, he's very sweet. What he wants out of life, it's like, wow, like it's shocking. You could tell a guy does not care about fame. He just cares about like helping his family out. Once in a while, I'll be like, ooh, like, I wonder if someone who I don't follow has reached out to me or whatever. So I will scroll once in a while through like people I don't follow. But you know, it's a lot of like wild things. It's rare that I'll find something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm happy I saw this. Nudies. I don't know what it is. Nicole and I have talked about this. The men, they like to send us some nudies. There was a stage. Yeah, we're all sudden. I don't know what was in the air. Everyone wanted to send some nudie pics.
When Artem and I first started dating, I sent him fun photos. You know when you're out like partying? You know me, when I first became single, I was partying hardcore.
Let's party!
And I would send him photos through DM. I think it's once they seen it went away. But I think there were some moments where I was like, oh my gosh, he hasn't seen it. Did I just make a fool of myself? And I wish I could have deleted it. Thank God he knocked me up and we're engaged. And
Oh my God.
you know, we can laugh about it.
I wonder because I'm married, people just don't slip into my DMs.
And I feel like when you're a mom, right? They're like, oh, I'm not touching that.
What do you mean?
Well, like, they're not even gonna slide in there.
I think if I was a single mom, they would.
Maybe that's a good point. But you're right. I think when you're taken, they're like, I'm not gonna go there. I want more people to slide in them. Hey, if you guys are watching, can you slide in more?